grab the tool off the front. The directions for turning the throat plate. Loosen, pull the throat plate, turn the router up. Don't turn it all the way up. If you turn it all the way up, you'll wreck the gears that turn it. Pull the wrenches on. Loosen it a full revolution. Pull the router bit. Remember not to put the router bit too deep. Make sure when you put it in, you pull it out a 1/4 inch so you don't clamp onto the curved part of the router bit. Tighten it back up. Use 1 to 2 fingers to tighten it. Not too tight. Make sure you lift it a 1/4 inch before you tighten it. Throat plate back in. And turn it back down. When you turn it on, make sure the speed control is set in the middle at 5, so it's not running too fast or too slow. Always make sure that the wood is between yourself and the bit. And we'll turn it on. We're going to go to the right first and to the left second pass. To the right, now to the left. And then I'll turn it up half a turn, and I'll do it again. Turn up half a turn, do it again. To the right. To the left. Make sure you wait till the machine stops turning before you leave. The cost of this machine is
$500.
$1,500, more than my truck. Any other questions? Good. You better recorded that because I felt like a dork. This is the oscillating spindle sander. Lex, what does oscillate mean? Oscillating means up and down in a smooth motion, or back and forth in a smooth motion. So I used to say oscillating spindle. Bingley, what would that do?
Means it goes side or up and down.
It's going to go. This machine's going to go up and down and spin at the same time because it's an oscillating belt sander. Okay. If I'm going to pull change the spindle, I got to pop the throat plate, push from underneath, take the throat plate out, and then you're going to hold the base. Might want to get a shot of this.
Probably should unplug it first too, eh?
Well, you know, that's already done. Okay, hold the base, and then turn the top, turn it counterclockwise to release it. We'll change the spindle. Put a smaller spindle in. We'll also change the throat plate. Make sure you always use the smallest throat plate possible, one that does not touch the spindle. If it touches the spindle, you need to go a little bit bigger. Okay, this oscillating spindle sander is good for concave curves. Concave curve would be something like this. A convex curve would be the outside curve. Okay, so we're going to sand the inside of this curve. Unplug it. Okay, make sure you keep it moving so it doesn't burn. And now you want to sand to the line. The most dangerous thing you can do in an oscillating spindle sander is Jackson. Bingley?
Sanding inside of a hole.
That's right. If I had a hole cut in here, and I was to sand the inside of the hole, while it's sanding, while it's spinning, if the project gets caught, it'll start flying around on you and going around and around. And the bigger the project is, the farther it'll fly out, the more it'll hit you. If it's a really small project, you're sanding, you'll just sit there and spin on top, it's not gonna hurt anybody. Any other questions? Popping the throat plate, make sure you reach underneath, pop the throat plate, and hold the base. Good. Okay, ready?
Oh yeah.
The bandsaw. To tell the size of bandsaw, Nolan, how do I know the size of bandsaw?
You look at the size of the wheel,
Ah, what are the wheel?
the diameter.
The diameter of the wheel. So you measure from one side through the center to the other side. This is a 17-inch bandsaw because this is a 17-inch diameter wheel. The blade on this bandsaw is always going to run in the center of the wheel. If it doesn't run in the center, it will fall off. So we keep it running in the center. Notice that the teeth, you see the teeth? The teeth point down and the blade cuts in a downward position, downward direction. If the blade doesn't go down, it just doesn't cut. It'll flip up. Okay, I'll cut down. Okay, if I try to go the other direction and try to go up, watch what happens.
First, maybe you should unplug it before you stick your finger in there and everything.
Sorry. Oh, we pick that up again. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so blade always goes in a downward position.
Plug it before you stick your finger in the pulley too.
It was unplugged, you just didn't know. The guard is the only thing we need to adjust in this machine. So loosen the knob in the back. You might want to come around the back to get a picture of this. Loosen the knob in the back, and then turn the wheel down. How much distance do we need between the guard and the wood? Less than a pinky width. Okay? Don't put your pinky in there. We don't want to see it cut off. So just look at it. Just make sure your pinky would not fit in there. Snug the nut up on the back so it doesn't come loose on you. And never put your fingers in the danger zone. Always make sure you use a sacrifice stick. Okay? Bandsaw is good for cutting straight lines. It'll work for cutting curves if we do something first. What do we have to do before we cut a curve? Release cuts or relief cuts, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to cut a curve. Anyone have a pencil? Grab me a pencil from the glass holder. You could pause that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this curve. I'm going to do a whole bunch of release cuts. Notice how the release cuts never touch the line. Now I'll do my cut. As I cut, all the pieces of wood flip out and never touch the line with your saw blade also. Now you can go over to the sander, to the oscillating spindle sander, and sand that nice and smooth right to the line and make it perfect. This table will do a bevel cut. If I go underneath and tilt it, I can get a bevel cut out of it and cut it, and the wood will come out with an angled cut on it. It's safe to do, but we don't do it because it's quicker to do on a table saw or a router table. And push sticks should always be hung back up here, ready for the next person.